Hello Year 4, Mrs. Benzie here with you all week working on money during our maths lessons. This is Tuesday the 2nd of June. Okay, today our LO is I can round money to the nearest pound. Okay, have a little think about what our learning verb is. Okay, we are rounding amounts of money. Okay, and we have done lots of rounding already. Okay, in fact, last term during week 2, I took you through some rounding decimals lessons. Okay, just a little reminder, look, you have done rounding to the nearest 10, rounding to the nearest 100, and rounding to the nearest 1,000. Okay. So here's a little starter for you. You can pause the videos in between my talking if you would like to. So think about how you would round the number 33 to the nearest 10. Okay, first of all, we start by looking at two multiples of 10 that it sits between. Then we think about whether we will round up or down. Okay, so I've put a couple of phrases on the screen for you. Say it with me if you would like, otherwise just think about it in your mind. So 33 sits between 30 and 40. 33 rounds down to 30. And you can see that really visually on the number line. Look, 33 is nearer 30 than it is 40, which is why we go down. Okay, so here's one with decimals. So same again, 3.1. 3.1 sits between 1 and 2. 3.1 rounds down to 1, because you can see again that 3.1 is nearer 1 than it is 2. So here we go, moving on to today's LO, rounding money to the nearest whole number. Okay, we've got this amount, £1.50, and start by looking at which £2 that it sits between, and then decide whether we're going to go up or down. So here's our phrases. £1.50 sits between £1 and £2. £1.50 rounds up to £2. Now, I hope you remember that when a number has a 5, when the number that we're looking at has a 5, we always round up, okay? Just like the numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9, round up to the nearest whole number, and the numbers 4, 3, 2, 1 round down. 5 is that exception to the rule because it is exactly in the middle. Okay, so here is another amount, no pounds and 80, which means 80 pence essentially. Look at where it is on the number line, think about whether you're going up. Remember, we're looking at this digit here in the 10 pence column, and we'd say 80 pence sits between no pounds, £0, and £1. So 80 pence rounds up to £1. Okay, it's slightly more complicated. So do we look at the tenths column, the 10 pennies column, or do we look at the hundreds column, or we think of this as the 1 penny column? Okay, when we're talking about rounding to the nearest pound, we're always looking at that 10 pence column, or the tenths column. Okay, and that's because we're rounding up to this column here, we're rounding up to the nearest £1 column. So £24.62. Sorry, just checking the next slide. £24.62. We would round up to 25 because 60 or 6 tenths is nearer £25, nearer the next amount up. Okay. Can you round this amount of money to the nearest pound? Okay, pause the screen if you'd like to, or just have a go whilst I'm talking. Start off by thinking about which two whole pounds is it between. Well, the amount of pounds less is actually this one. It's £6, so £6.91. It sits between £6 and £7. And we're gonna look at this digit to know whether to round up or down. And when it's a 9, we always round up. So £6.91 would round up to £7. Pause the screen and have a go at these three amounts. Can you round them to the nearest pound? Okay, so I'm just going to fill in the amounts on the number lines in case you're unsure. Okay, use my writing. Much easier on the big screen in the classroom. Okay, so 99 pence sits between no pounds, £0 and £1. And of course, it is closer to £1, okay, because we've got a 9 in the tenths column, the 10 pennies column. We round up, okay. £2 and 20 pence rounds down to £2, okay, because we've got a 2 in the tenths column, and 2 is a digit that we always round down. £72 and 55 pence, that lies between £72 and £73. And with that one, because it's a 5, we're going to round up to £73, okay? Remember, with a 5 in the column that we're looking at, in the tenths column, we always round up. Okay, here is your sheet for today. Your do it looks a bit like what we've just been doing. Okay, decide what two numbers your amount sits between, and then decide whether it rounds up or down to whichever pounds it is. Okay, use the number line, write it out if you would like to. Okay, then your twist it looks like this. Okay, so Amir, I will round my £7.09 to £8 because 9 is bigger than 5, so I must round up to the nearest pound. You need to decide whether he is correct or incorrect. Okay, and then we've helped you to form your explanation why he is correct or incorrect, okay? And you've got this little diagram here, look, convince me using this number line, okay? Have a little go at that. And then here's your solve it for today. You've got 4 amounts of money and 4 items to buy. It says 3 children buy toys. Can you work out who buys what? Tommy buys a toy which rounds to £5, but gets change from £5. So one of those items there must round up to £5. Amir buys 2 toys which total approximately £25. Which 2 toys is Amir going to buy? Ava's toy costs 5p more than the number the cost rounds to. Okay, that's a tricky one. Ava's toy costs 5p more than the number the cost rounds to. So one of those, when you've rounded it, it's slightly less than the actual amount. In fact, it's 5p less. And then you've got an extra question here. If you had £30, what combinations could you buy and what change would you approximately guess? Okay, so that's, you're going to have to do some estimating. Okay. And just very finally, before you go off and start your sheet, and this is just something I want you to think about, okay? There's no one right answer. Why might it be useful to round money to the nearest pound in real life? Okay, and I'm going to leave you there. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. You can get started on the sheet. and I will see you for some more money maths tomorrow.